Yeah, talk about what's going on right now in Maui.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's been a scary thing for sure. Basically, a hurricane flew by the Hawaiian Islands yesterday, day before maybe, and we didn't catch any rain or anything, but the winds have been insane. 40, 50 mile an hour winds, gusts to 65 plus, which have been enough to some people's roofs have been blown out off their house and crazy things like that. But from what I understand, the biggest problem is it's blown down power lines that have started arcing. And the summer here is the dry season. We haven't had much rain at all the last few months. And so these power lines blow down. They've been arcing. The brush catches on fire, and then the winds just fuel the flames, and it spreads insanely fast.
So talk about, we've heard about some of the destruction left behind. It's not just houses, it's part of some historic parts of Maui, some things that have been there for a long time, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, mostly on the west side. There's a town called Lahaina. It's a famous historic district in Maui. And, you know, no one knows for sure what's happened over there. At some point yesterday, they lost electric power across that side. The cell phone towers went down. And there's one road in and out of Lahaina that's been closed since probably 2 o'clock yesterday. So we're not positive, but the last reports we've heard is Front Street is kind of the main historic street. A lot of art galleries and historic buildings from the 1800s that were built there. There's a beautiful banyan tree over there that I think was planted in the 1870s. From what I understand, it's gone. All those buildings rubble. I saw a video of just people unconscious in the streets from the smoke. I know people were running and jumping into the ocean, and the National Guard was having to come and rescue them, take them to another islands. It's a scary thing over there.
So talk about some of the official response from, you say the National Guard, from people who are like in charge of the island itself. How's the response been from officials?
They're doing what they can. My understanding is we've got, I think, a little under 100 firefighters on the island. And I think our population on the island is 130K. So we have fires on the west side there. We have fires up country on the east side in the mountain range, and then central Maui as well. They're spread thin, very, very thin. Planes can't land because of the smoke, so we can't really get a lot of people coming in to help. But, they're trying. They were posting on social media all night last night, giving people updates about, okay, if you live lower than this street, Kihei, you need to evacuate now. So they've been on top of it and trying to contain things best they can. But the winds are still crazy today, and the fires are still going. So, they're still fighting, but the National Guard was dispatched pretty quickly. I think our mayor is currently inactive, and so we have an acting mayor right now handling the situation. And I think they're being very responsive, so that's been helpful.
So looking forward, looking ahead past the initial event itself, of course, Maui is a very big tourist destination. A lot of people come into the area or plan to come to the area at some point in the future. What kind of impact will this have economically on people in the area?
That's very scary. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be yet. I know one or two apartment complexes on the west side are rubble. I mean, hundreds, maybe thousands of people unhoused because of this, and businesses destroyed. I mean, the businesses have insurance, that eventually can bounce back or have something, but it's already a battle to find somewhere to live here. And removing all these homes and apartment buildings, I don't know what people are going to do. I think people are just going to be in shelters until the fires get cleared and probably have to move off island. I don't know what else you can do, and it's going to be devastating.
So in the moment, of course, in the immediacy of the event happening as it unfolds right now, what have you seen as far as the people element? People helping people being there for their neighbors. How has that kind of played out with the residents of Maui?
Yeah, I know. Over here, people don't say word of mouth. They say coconut wireless is how they communicate. And all of my coworkers and I, up until 4 in the morning, were texting each other, communicating, because we live on all different sides of the island. My wife's job, all her and her coworkers were texting until early in the morning, and trying to communicate. We're looking online and on different social media posts. People are asking each other, does anybody know if this neighborhood's okay? My mom lives there, and they're reaching back. I just drove over there to see everything looks okay. I saw people posting online, if anyone needs pet food at the shelter, I can bring it down there. I have plenty of cat food. And the people are trying. People are asking where to volunteer to help the fire department in any way they can. The locals here really care about this island, and the spirit of aloha here is all about helping each other and supporting each other. So, in that regard, I think community-wise, it's strong, and people are trying to help, but it's scary. It's still scary.
So, Jared, as far as yourself, are you safe where you're at?
Yeah, so I live in Kihei. A few parts of Kihei were getting evacuated last night. I still have right in front of me 4 or 5 bags packed, ready to go, just in case we needed to evacuate. The fire never jumped across the main highway here, Kihei, and we live south of it. Fires are north. And so the wind started to die down last night a little bit. They were able to contain that fire, and so they gave Kihei all clear around 3 or 4 in the morning. So about 4 a.m. we eventually went to bed last night.
Man, that's rough stuff. Have you heard anything about what people from outside the island can do to help, or are we still too soon for that?
Yeah, I don't know of anything at this time. My understanding is because of this hurricane winds, I think at least 3 islands are having fires right now, Hawaii-wide. And so, pray for us. As time moves forward, I know right now air travel is shut down. So I haven't seen any donation pages yet. I'm sure GoFundMes are going to pop up. Always, do your due diligence with those. Make sure they're legit. But as people start trying to raise money for people who are losing their homes, I think that's going to be a big way to help.
Jared, again, thanks so much for your time this afternoon or morning where you are, I believe. Please be safe out there, and hopefully things get addressed very, very soon, and we'll have more to learn more.
Yeah, hope so. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
There you go. Again, that was Jared Frazier out there in Maui right now as those wildfires continue to burn. Some of the video that we saw